This is the first item up for bids on The Price is Right.
Up under the window, serenading like a crooner.
What's your bid?
$300.
$300. Robinette?
$350.
350. Sherry, give me your bid.
$325.
$325. Now you might. And the actual retail price is $425, and you're the first winner on today's show, Marguerite. And the first winner.
Hello. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. You see, wow, everything is totally jumping in haphazardly. I don't know what's going on with my setup here. I need to just stop updating my computer entirely. Oh, Windows, what is your deal? Well, beautiful people, appreciate you being here. Thank you for sharing the stream out on Twitter and out on Reddit, especially our cryptocurrency. Much appreciated. Newbie, how are you? Justin Birkin, thanks for showing up, guys. Appreciate you being here to support. Appreciate those who are new to the channel, pressing that like button, clicking on the subscribe button and the bell icon so that they are notified when I go live. It's an amazing thing, actually, that you can be subscribed to a channel, but still not know that channel has published content if you don't click on the bell icon. Who knows, YouTube? You guys aren't very careful, you might see a mass exodus from your platform to some other platform. Guys, tell me down in the comments, what are you mining today? What are you actually pointing your miners at today? I think it's a pretty important question for us right now, precisely because profits appear to be low. Hey, Crypto Bird Dog, good to see you. Guys, we've got a girl in the house. Mind your manners. Be on your best behavior. I mean, be on your regular behavior, but just know there's a girl watching too. So you could, you know, if you're going to stick one foot in your mouth, at least stick both feet in your mouth to be, right, like entertaining. It's the right thing to do. I'm pretty sure. All right, BDF. Hey, good to see you in the comment section. All right, Newbie's still going strong with ETC. Good on you. And guys, let us know as we continue with the live stream. Let us know what you're pointing your miners at right now today down in the comment section below. What I'm going to do is I want to show you an unboxing. Justin's doing Ethereum and ETC and Monero. Good man. Hey, Crypto Bird Dog, both Ethereum Classic and Loki. Speak the devil. What's this that I've got over here on my screen? I've got the Loki Twitter feed. BDF says he's also doing Vertcoin. That's awesome. So very, very cool. And guys, I want to talk to you a little bit about the Loki project. As you know, I reviewed it very informally once. That was a really choppy video. I was doing this actually for the Facebook group, and I wanted to kind of leak, like air quotes, leak something to my Facebook group, to the community. And that kind of turned into very quickly, I was like, you know what, I'm just going to publish it. Worst case scenario, I'll publish it. I might get some hate from some people who want to mine it, you know, before it gets unprofitable, right? Well, they still have an advantage. Oh, that's cool. Kareem is mining Zellcash. That's awesome. I don't know that I have a really good profitability calculator for them. Whoa. Okay, Kareem has retracted his message. Don't mine Zellcash, because Kareem isn't mining it. So awesome. Hey, Yankee, thanks for saying hello in the comments. Really appreciate that. Sean, how are you? Sean is saying, mining that other platform you hinted at, causing a mass exodus. You are not wrong, sir. You're not wrong. I've been contacted by people, and guys, do me a solid. Those who haven't done it already, really appreciate you sharing this stream out to Reddit and to Twitter and across social media. But I was reached out to by a few people who remain nameless who've been like, hey, so give me the hookup over at Company X or Company Y, Company Z, because we're doing that alternate compute, right? Hey, can you hook me up with like whatever 1,000 units of this thing? And can you, you got the community in your back pocket, right? So go ahead and you tell that community, come on over here to Project X, because we're going to go, we're going to go make some alternate compute bounties today. And not to get all weird, but I had to tell this person who I really like this person, but I had to give him bad news today. Like, it's not really what I was hinting at, but Sean, to your point, sometimes you make a very, very public recommendation and people run with it. Now, thankfully, that happened with Loki. The very first informal review that I did of Loki, where I said, white paper looks like they're serious, at least. They're trying to document this correctly. They're trying to lay out a roadmap that, though ambitious, they intend to see through. And it looks like they're funded, which in my mind is a very important thing for developers to have funding. Disclosure, I have a couple of brothers. I'm one of 5, so there's got a couple of brothers that work heavily in visual effects and in consulting in that space, and then a couple of brothers who are full stack developers, and then a few brothers who worked early in the space, in the blockchain space, doing multi-pools. Before that was a really common thing, doing multi-pools. And as you know, I still do some consulting, both in a general training and onboarding capacity, but then also with blockchain and mining outfits. There was a long disclaimer. All that is to say that occasionally people will pay me for my opinion. I talk a lot on YouTube, but occasionally people also just say like, hey, if I give you money, will you give me value? And to which I say, well, yes, kind sir or madam, I will give you value. Give me money. It's a great arrangement. Makes the world go round. But with Loki, I was like, what value do they provide? Why should we give them our mining? Why should we give them our money? Because that's kind of how it works, right? You got to give something of value. And that first review prompted me to reach out to the team, and they were super cool about coming on the show. Josh and Simon, if you remember that I'm not going to pull up a clip here, but I've got the Twitter page open for them. And what's this? They randomly, I think, perhaps, they might be behind a little package that came in the mail. Can't turn this around because it's got a large print address on it. Can't let anybody know where my lair is, my broadcast lair. It's separate from my warehouse, by the way, and separate from the mining facility. Always keep them separate. I never cross the streams. But I'm going to open this up. Can you hear that? That's the sound of money. No, it's not really. Wait, is this some kind of sick joke? It's a package inside a package. Who does that? My goodness. Okay. Well, that's what it is. Anyway, so it's a package inside a package. Inside a package. Good grief. I'm just kidding. No, it's not packageception. It is... Oh, yeah. Oh, that's not the one that I think it is. I'm going to set that off to the side. I'm going to open up this other package inside a package. So rude. And there it is. Got a little size large. Just going to take for granted that's for me. And what does it say on the front? Oh, it says Loki. All right, Josh, Simon, I know it was you guys. Mostly Josh, not so much Simon. I know it was you guys. Thanks so much for sending over a cool t-shirt. This is the one for me. So Justin Birkin, I've already admitted that I lived in a van down by the river. So don't take away my moment of glory. That van down by the river, source of some very fond memories. So thank you, Josh. Really appreciate that. And I've got right here, what's this? I've got a small. And who could this be for? It's the same one. Got a small. Also says Loki. And it comes in Christy's favorite color, pink. Just use your imagination, guys. But that's for Christy. Hey, Loki team, thanks so much for sending those over. So, disclosure, guys, you see it right there. I was not given anything other than a cool t-shirt. Can I wear it on the show? I don't know. Maybe I will at some point. Not today. We're gonna save that for another time. So thanks again. Appreciate them coming out of the show. We may have them back again. As you recall, they came back for Mystery Mining Mondays, and they chatted with Christy and myself and with JMS Vlogs. We are, I think, back on for Mystery Mining Mondays this coming Monday with some modifications. Getting back into the swing of things. Been a very crazy summer. But just wanted to show that out there. So Crypto Bird Dog, really appreciate you giving that thumbs up. And I wish I had another one of these shirts for you. Just knowing, I mean, because you were just like, yeah, I'm mining Loki. That would have been cool, right? Wouldn't that have been cool? Yes, Yankee. Yeah, he's on to me. Very low price for my soul. My body, however, that's going to cost you. All right, so guys, let's talk a little bit about some of the news. It goes way beyond me getting a couple of t-shirts. I mean, we've been in kind of a crypto slump, right, for a couple of days. We've got to talk about profitability. We've got to talk about strategies for overcoming slumps. We've got to talk about diversifying, especially as GPU crypto miners. By a show of ones in the audience, go ahead and let me know, like, throw up a one if you have an ASIC. It's okay. I won't ban you immediately. I'll leave that up to one of the moderators. But go ahead and tell us down in the comments if you've got an ASIC and if you've been mining on an ASIC. If so, maybe even tell us which one. What kind of ASICs are you mining on right now? Let's try to figure out a profitability plan for each other, right? Let's workshop this just a little bit. Life's too short, and frankly, profits are too slim not to help each other out right now. And Yankee, I know you got a lot of t-shirts, but I also know you got a lot of really cool rigs. So I think you know that if you're going to try to bribe me, you got to start a little bit higher, sir. So... gotta work to impress this guy. So let's help each other workshop this just a little bit. So Crypto, you're saying love you and Loki is good, binding great temps on the rigs. Hodl, that's awesome. Who was first to be banned? Great question, newbie. Hey, very cool. Captain Awesome is doing a solo local Loki mining, and we'll have a service node in no time. I think this is a really great way to branch out, guys, because you got block rewards going to those service nodes. Brian's saying he's got an Antminer D3, only running it because of free power. Hey, that sounds like a good strategy to me. It seems like with a lot of the aging Bitmain devices that it's going to be a lot harder to maintain profitability there, so you got to get creative with where you're sourcing your power. Hoji Hung is saying L3s. Is that the L3 Plus or the Plus Plus? It's confusing, right? Because there are a couple of models you could be using. So go ahead and clarify that for us in the comments if you don't mind. All off due to low returns? No! You've got to talk to Brian, and you got to see how he's sourcing that free power, and you've got to do a split. That's your strategy, okay? So go 50-50 with somebody that can source free power for you, and your problem is solved. Ken is saying that you are doing primarily trading. So you got GPU rigs running for just for the keks. Got it. And Crypto Bird Dog's doing an E3 on ETC. Hey, you got the E3. TC, hey, thanks for the shout out in the comments. Good to see you too. Okay, so Hoji Hung's got the plus. All right. So E3 on ETC, that makes sense. And we'll talk about that in just a minute here. We'll go over to the profitability charts. As I promised in the last live stream, we're not just going to be doing whattomine.com. It's an okay platform, but we really need to go somewhere else. Brian, you got a bundled in rent at home or in the office? Because, sorry, I shouldn't ask that too. Hey, go ahead and list the street address, please. Major credit card number, perhaps your social security number. We need deets, sir. Tell us all the deets. But that's awesome. So, hey, guys, that's what I would say right now. If you've got machines that are literally turned off, ASICs that are literally turned off, don't just turn them off. Try to source free power wherever you can. Search, crawl your personal networks, see who is in an office space, a bit like mine, where they can do testing. Now, I can't go drawing like whatever 40 amps or 50 amps without drawing attention. That's why I only do tests here at the office. Oh, pizza. I miss your face too. I'm glad you hopped on. Really appreciate it. But as far as finding a place where you can draw power, find a place where you can draw, as many amps as you need for a couple of rigs there, a couple of Bitmain devices, like ASIC devices. Go ahead and throw those where you have free power. Yankee, I think my landlord knows me too well. She's more likely to be growing something than I am. Literally moved here from Colorado, and we've talked about it multiple times where she's like, you are like the most libertine like person of faith I've ever met in my life. So yeah, we always talk about it, and I'm like, don't go throwing accusations at me, miss, like so many stones. Let he who has sinned cast the first stone. So it's we have a great time. Actually, I love my landlord. We always threaten we're longtime friends now, like professional friends now, and we always threaten to pay each other actual money because we're always giving each other favors by way of like workshopping ideas and consulting. So we literally give each other a $50 piece of Monopoly money because we know we're going to give it back to the other person within like 2 weeks. It's probably unhealthy. Don't tell my wife. All right, so Hoji Hung says running an extension cord to your neighbor's outdoor outlets seems legit. They're going to be like, hey, they're going to think their son is growing something. Their teenagers are growing something. So Brian's saying the worst part, y'all, your rigs are in a grow tent. Probably crossed your neighbor's. Yeah, it probably has crossed your neighbor's mind. It's always the one you least expect. Brian's this clean cut conservative guy, and they're like checking for smoke around the outside of his building. What's that scent? Not meth. Okay, I kid. Guys, that went really dark really fast. Maybe it's because I'm over here on crypto Twitter, and while Loki is positive, most of crypto Twitter has not been so much. Yeah, this keeps happening. Yeah, I make no apology for that. So, Justin, I think if the barista at Starbucks would be like, "Hey, so what's that all about?" and you could just tell them it is a milk warmer. Yeah, it's a milk warmer for your espresso machine. You could turn it into some kind of a foaming machine. So, yeah. Guys, I agree. Find anybody that you know can source free power, and maybe it's part of the rental agreement. This is a lot more common, just as a strategy. Ask your networks. Find somebody in your network who gets free power as part of their commercial agreement. That's more common in commercial agreements. And if it's just a couple of devices like yours, you can probably find a home for it. So throwing it out there. So throwing it out that you can probably find, if it's just 1, 2, maybe 3 ASICs, you can probably find a place to park those. If it's more than a few, yeah, it'll draw some attention. But that's my strategy for you guys today. Let's talk a little bit. About some other news. This is interesting. You guys see this? So I don't always go to the next web, but when I do, it's because John McAfee has released a crypto product that has failed epically. There we go. Oh, come on. No, it's just a cookie notice. I really thought it was the dark theme because it looks like a moon. Doesn't that look like a little moon? It's not. Anyway, it's the dark theme. So yeah, apparently some teenage kid was pen testing this device, like messing around with it. And this legit happened where he's actually playing Doom on the thing. Yeah. Smart devices are not always all they're cracked up to be. There it is. Only growing crypto. I'm pretty sure that'll hold up in court, Captain Awesome. Keep that. I'm going to back pocket that one, okay? And I'm also going to say that's no mine. That belong to Captain Awesome. That grow tent is no mine. So Seth approves. Wait. I can't do it. I can't even do my own thing here. It's crazy, right? So big shout out to Corey Round. I got another one done. As if the first one wasn't enough, it was like, Seth approves. Seth disapproves. So I got both of them done. They're over on the Discord channel, if you're not already over there. And let's talk about profitability, guys. Really, really briefly, I want to talk about profitability across a couple of different devices because, again, it's been a little bit scary. Just a little bit. Guys, can I tell you something pretty awesome? Oh, I don't want to reveal it too soon. There's something pretty awesome that I want to reveal soon, and I'm going to do a walkthrough and show it to you. Not today. Not today. Today, let's talk a little bit about how, ta-da, the numbers right here, they pretty closely line up with the P104. I'm going to be talking about that model a lot. Sorry, that's the reality. P104. So I'm going to hit calculate right there on NVIDIA, and we're going to use as the base numbers, we're going to put a 1% pool fee and 10 cents per kilowatt hour. I'm pretty sure I can do better where I am. I know I can do better where I am. You might be able to do better where you are. And I know the national average is a little bit higher than that, but 10 cents per kilowatt hour is what you should be able to get if you're really pushing. All right. SafeCoin. What? Big shout out to Jeff, who was on the show not long ago from SafeCoin. So, Jeff, thanks so much for being on the show. Thanks for taking some time to talk to the community directly on the show. I feel like we didn't get a whole lot of really hard technical answers from Jeff. However, the SafeCoin network and what they are working on, their roadmap, is another one of those really ambitious projects where it is hybrid block rewards, where it is hybrid network fabric, right, for full nodes, etc., and for a path forward to move through the proof of work phase of crypto and maybe do hybrid rewards. So pretty cool. All right, so SafeCoin is at the top of the list there on Zhash, Litecoin Z. How did I miss Litecoin Z, that it even existed? How did I miss that Litecoin Z exists? Guys, I've been remiss. I almost need to apologize. I think it's funny that Litecoin Z exists. I'll check it out. Justin's got 7 cents per kilowatt hour in Texas. Yeah, it does. Yeah, 110 degrees though. Fahrenheit. That's intense. It's pretty intense. Let's hold on. Google says it's 43 degrees Celsius. Here's the thing though. Most of this equipment is rated to have ambient temperature, ambient air of upwards of 60 degrees Celsius. So pretty crazy, right? And actually, I gotta go backwards. So until Texas gets to 140 degrees Fahrenheit, you're probably fine to mine there, right? So I don't know. Don't turn them rigs off. Just make sure that you got something that's really well built, has really good heat sinks, really good thermal grease. But that's yeah, I'm impressed. I'm impressed at how hot that must have been for the people around the mining rigs. All right, guys. And to that I say, Seth approves. But back over to profitability. Let's talk a little bit about the E3. CryptoBird Dog, do me a solid, or anybody in the comments, please remind me exactly what the power consumption is on the E3. You know what? I'm just going to Google it. I don't want to be a leech, an info leech. We've already got enough problem with info wars lately. Too soon, I know. But all right. I promise I can spell. Bitmain E3 specs, and right there. So Captain Awesome, Louisiana, least expensive power at 7 cents per kilowatt hour. I don't think so. No, I don't think that's the least expensive. I don't think it's the least expensive by a long shot. And it really depends on whether you're getting commercial rates or industrial rates, or if you are positioned close to a substation. Guys, news flash. Your utility will give you better rates the closer you are to the power distribution substations. And if you're especially close to the power generation units, then you'll get better prices still, because they don't have to run the power out to you, and they don't have to relay the power out to you. So that's they try to make it pretty straightforward there. All right. Batch 5. All righty. Captain Awesome, one of us is right. Let's just see what Bitmain says here, guys. Let's see what their official story is still. 190 mega hash second. Yeah, but they're always bogus on their numbers, aren't they? 760 seems way off. I'm gonna lean towards Captain Awesome's figure, because Bitmain tends to hide about 100 to 150 watts of operating, like at the wall power draw in their numbers. I don't know why they do that and why they haven't changed that practice here, but generally speaking, their power draw at the wall is always higher than what Bitmain puts here on the website. So let's go with 190 mega hash per second at, we'll say 870. So alrighty, I hate the way they have that thing laid out. I sincerely wish that they had it laid out a little like they put Dagger Hashimoto at the top, like where it was easiest to find, instead of putting it in the middle in an oddball place. Because I don't view it as being particularly helpful. Alrighty, guys. An interesting Telegram messages coming in live during the live stream. Still haven't picked up a phone call midstream. I really want to do that. All right, so we've put the E3. Oh, what's this? Dubai coin, top of the list. Seems a little volatile, though. You know what, though? It does change things quite a bit when you have that increased efficiency, that enhanced efficiency. So, yeah, for sure. This is impressive, right? With that E3 that Crypto Bird Dog has hashing away, this you could probably tuck away almost anywhere. You could put it in any office space. You could literally probably bring it to work and say, yeah, it's my foot heater. Just put it onto the desk. And, I mean, here's the thing. Crypto Bird Dog, you got an advantage. You can just be like, my feet are cold. And bat the eyelashes a couple times. Your boss will be like, oh, yeah, okay. I want to be a cool boss, and I don't want to be like rude to my lady employee. Of course, if you work for yourself or if you're a business owner, that doesn't really work. So look in the mirror, right, and be like, oh, I need a foot warmer. Don't give me those batted eyelashes. I know you, miss. So, tread lightly. Carefully. It looks like Dubai coin is top of the list. Do I trust Dubai coin to be liquid enough to be worth mining? I haven't reviewed them, so I don't know for sure if that's a really good bet. However, the total network hash rate is not that far off from Metaverse. Metaverse is commonly at the top of the profitability list, at least for what to mine. So, guys, this makes me interested in. That's a super cool emoji, by the way, Crypto Bird Dog. It looks like a portal from the game, but sideways. So, yeah, we're all getting cold feet, right? A lot of people are getting cold feet with crypto in general, so it's not wrong. It's be like, yeah, I've got cold feet. It's just figurative. So, guys, Dubai coin, Metaverse, I really need to get these guys onto the show. Acroma has gotten some really bad press lately. I've heard some community members say some really negative things about them. I really appreciated Eric hopping onto the show and talking about it. Maybe we should check back in on their white paper and check to do maybe a project stand-up with them and say, like, hey, guys, where are you? What have you done since we interviewed? That might be a way to go there. So, yeah, Captain Awesome, ETP is Metaverse. Wait a second. That doesn't seem right. It doesn't seem like the right ticker symbol. I thought that they had a different ticker symbol. But as far as Metaverse, this seems like this would be worth a worthy project of interview. Don't you think? I think it would be. So, guys, yeah, not giving away GPUs today, not giving away t-shirts today. I know I need to do a t-shirt giveaway of my This GPU Can Hash All Night t-shirt. I know that I do. Look, I know it. I know I do. I just haven't set it up yet. Sorry, guys. I mean, newbie knows. I haven't even set up my e-commerce store to be able to ship that t-shirt to Norway yet. So, setting up. One crisis at a time. So, Justin, great question. Render has not agreed to come onto the show yet, I think because they are in the third phase of their beta. What I will say is that today is the 9th, and you have approximately 24 hours to jump into their closed beta. So if you want to check them out firsthand and evaluate the current state of the usability, right, for both their benchmarking platform, among other tools, I would recommend that you jump into the beta now and you sign up to be interested, because you'll be among the first people to know when they actually have a usable product that's shipping. So, guys, if you're interested in Render Token, again, this is not me shilling. I don't know the company founders personally. I'm interested to interview them, and Render they've been like right there in the periphery for a while. What I will say also is that their community moderator called me out on Rocket Chat. That's what they choose to use for their community moderation, for their announcements. They called me out. They tagged me, actually. They publicly shamed me, and they were like, Seth, how dare you say that we must have full 16 PCI Express lanes to get good benchmarks? Here are my benchmarks on only 1x. And I was like, okay, great. If you got to translate that into real tokens or real dollars. We need to know if that's actually profitable. Your benchmark, and plus we need to know if that's a linear decrease from 16 PCI Express lanes, right? I want to know, would getting a full 16 lanes of PCI Express yield a linear increase in the amount of ray tracing done, or whatever it is that we're doing on Render exactly, right? So, because it's primarily a ray tracing engine, right? It's the Octane Render from Otoy. So I'd want to know, is having a better host going to give me better results? Because if I can get 16x the performance by just dropping one card into a 16x slot versus dumping 16 GPUs onto 1x risers, kind of a no-brainer. I know which way I'm going to go if that's how it works out. Thanks. See ya. So I'm just kidding. I'm not going anywhere. But when they said that, I was like, that doesn't sit well with me. I really want to know a lot more about Render Token before I go recommending it. So guys, what do you think though? Metaverse, they're a bit like ETC. They've been sort of elusive, but flirting with that top spot of profitability over months, right? So not just a short time, but over the last couple of months, Metaverse has been there kind of in the top 5 for Dagger Hashimoto coins. And like Crypto Bird Dog was saying, if you've got the E3 by Bitmain, then these are some of the coins you're going to be stuck with for a while if any of the other mainstream projects fork to Prog Pow. I mean, I'm a bit of a fan. What can I say? I know a gal that's interested in seeing that project happen, and she's cool, and I like the project. So yes, friends don't let friends use proof of work that's bound to be taken over by ASICs. There, I said it. So looking at Metaverse looks promising, right? Looks promising. Let's take a look here at the market data there. Looks like price has been, let's go to the 1 month view right there. Not so great. I'm not too happy about that. And 6 months, I know over the last, that's funny, even with a low coin price, I know that I've seen it in higher spots on the stacked ranking for what to mine. So I'm a little confused by that. Yeah, indeed, soon. So yeah, I'm a little bit confused. Wow. Yeah, it could be that the block rewards were higher. That might be why, of course, right? I mean, it's always a function of block reward versus coin price or coin value. Man, and of course luck, all the other stuff that factors into mining. It's a death by 1,000 cuts, right? You got to pay attention to all of these little things. But I do recall Metaverse being in top 5 frequently over the last several months. And I'm pretty sure we can validate that by jumping into the Wayback Machine or looking at some historical data there. But this is interesting. Interesting that it's risen so much over the last month, and especially over the last 7 days. Bit of a dip, but that's funny. It found bottom support for the last week above the $2 mark. And so it's maintained its profitability and looks like it's on its way possibly back up. This is just the last day, though. Deep valleys there, though. That's funny. I don't know why that is. Don't know why that is. But as we know, as miners, we can manipulate the market too. So very interesting. Taking a look at Metaverse there, guys. I am going to pop open what to mine just because we need some counterpoint here, right? So let's go over to our GPU tab here on what to mine and take a quick look. And just with Ethereum, right? So ETH hash, going to go with a 1080 right there. What the heck? That's like so far off. I don't even know where to start with that. That just seems so wrong. These numbers are so wrong. So I'm going to pop that up to 44. We're going to pretend like, again, this is that, like we've got a P104 in that place instead. And that has been, Sir John, yes, I saw that. And it is truly alarming. It's truly disturbing what Tron did. Let's talk about that in a minute too. I don't know if I have the article open over here, but yeah, super disturbing. So Ethereum, there it is. So Metaverse is listed on both, and it's definitely in the stacked ranking. It's higher than Ethereum right now, higher than Ethereum Classic, of course. Ethereum Classic kind of took a back seat to Ethereum and to NiceHash last couple of days, apropos of the listing on Coinbase. And after that, yeah, Yankee, I don't know what's going on with what to mine. I don't know why they haven't updated their numbers from recent developments with the pill. And frankly, I don't know why we don't have other cards available here. Hey, what to mine, please reach out to me. I've got some data and I'd be happy to share as long as you give attribution. That's fine. Or let's work together and reach out to the community and make these a little better, if you don't mind. So somebody from what to mine, please reach out either on Mind Your Business Discord or you can reach out to my email address. But this is disturbing because I'd love to be able to use it, like make it more usable for everyday use, right? So Sir John, that's a good one. Actually, it is a proof of overpromise. But right here, Metaverse, it winds up in both places. Guys, that tells me that I should probably pay attention. When it's in a couple of places listed as as being top of the stacked rankings, then that tells me I should be paying some attention. Now, granted, there are other sites that list profitability for altcoins, and especially for crypto notes, you've seen me talk about a couple of sites in particular, which for my part, I don't feel comfortable endorsing today, but you know that there are profitability calculators for various other coins. And yes, Captain Awesome, the entire market is kind of taking a backseat right now. However, we're not outside of the realm of profitability, and that's all that matters, right? It's all about scale now, right? It's sort of an accordion, right? It breathes in, it breathes out, but as long as you keep on going, it still makes music, still makes money, right? So maybe a little bit, maybe a lot of bit, but it just keeps moving. As long as we don't turn off our rigs. Strong hands at mining. Yeah, don't let go of your mining tools. Don't drop them down the shaft, because from whence there is no return. That's the only way you stop making money, is if you stop mining. Even when you've got, like was mentioned before, L3++ or L3+, or some older D3s or whatever. You only stop making money when you turn those rigs off. All right, so block reward, we see it right here. Probably mentioned over here on the crypto zone. No, actually, it doesn't have that. So, wow. Geez, we kind of need both, don't we? That's crazy. I don't want to live in a world where I need like multiple tools just to figure out what profitability is all about. So Kareem, I'll get back to that question in just a moment, and I'll pop that open because I don't have a full opinion formed of that yet, but maybe we can take a look at that briefly live. So without condemning or condoning, without pumping or shilling anything, I'd like to see that. I'd like to take a look at that. So no answers yet, but you can get my live reaction in just a moment here. So T-Boy, yes, Acorn, come save us from ourselves. So block reward is 2.71 ETP, 2.71 of the ETP coins. That's cool. Oh, wait, that's not good. What? Why would you show me? Oh my goodness. Okay, so 190. Power. 870. Cost right there. And let's just pretend like we're paying $12.75 for that mining rig that Crypto Bird Dog mentioned before. So we've got. Did they totally redo this? I almost feel like they redid this. Because they used to have your break-even point as well on the coin pages, if I remember correctly. That's weird that What's in Mind doesn't have it right now on this one. Yes, Captain Awesome, that is also an extremely important point. Now, for my part, I am a huge advocate of GPUs because I believe that they have so many more applications than just ASICs do. It's kind of an established fact. ASICs are good for pretty much one thing. They might be good for more than one coin, but then if new coins come into the market that still use the exact same algorithm, there tends to be a disproportionate move to those networks. So kind of difficult. That's why I'm a bit of a fan of sticking with GPUs, if at all possible, because you have multiple coins, multiple algos, you got multiple applications as well, right? Plus, you tend to have better, you tend to have a better resale value with GPUs if that's the direction you want to go. Now, granted, if you're into mining to really mine, you're going to break even on GPUs in a way that sometimes it's actually impossible to do with an ASIC. Hear me out. Yes, Bitmain decreases the prices of their ASICs, and they decrease the price that they sell their ASICs at based on the estimated break-even point. So, Brian, you're seeing a number here that maybe I glossed over. Oh. Yep, there it is. Thank you. You did redesign. There it is right there. Really appreciate it. Thanks for calling that out. So, yeah, and Sergeant, I kind of agree with you. If you can't write it off in that year's taxes and you have to amortize it over 2 years, that's like any other business. You're going to have to just be really cautious about that. I know in video production, for example, you tend to amortize things like camera equipment, microphones, etc., over 2 years because it tends to be the useful duty cycle, the life cycle and duty cycle of equipment that you buy for video production. I don't know that we can always safely say that about mining gear, right? So like ASICs, they're not necessarily guaranteed to last 2 years. GPUs, you can occasionally get a really good warranty on some GPUs, and that's awesome when you can do that. But at the same time, they are designed to last a number of years, but usually you're out of warranty. So amortizing it over a couple of years also kind of probably makes sense. Guys, standard disclaimer, not financial, business, or investing advice. Certainly not legal advice. Take all this with a grain of salt, do your own research, and don't get hosed, right? Don't get wrecked. That's your job, not mine. I'm just here to... This is the money maker. I'm not that smart. So do your research. All right, guys. As far as ASIC versus GPU, as you know, I would never discourage anybody from getting an ASIC. I think that's just fine. If you do it, Crypto Bird Dog has the E3. It's already in production. It's already mining away and may well be profitable. Bitmain has had to decrease the price, the asking rate for that ASIC, but they are not dummies. They sell it at the highest possible rate that they can while still making buyers believe that they should be able to break even on that equipment purchase. With GPUs, you either get a good price or you either get a low price or you get a high price. You put it into production and you mine with it, and it can last a year or it could last 5 years. Again, the R9 280X is still listed on what to mine. Let's go back to the main page here. The 280X is still listed on what to mine. Why would they do that? Why would they list the 280X, guys? Well, here's why. Zagger Hashimoto, it's only 11 mega hashes per second, but you look at, well, in Zhash, it doesn't even technically do. Equihash, it's low. But Kryptonite and some of these other algorithms, it's still a contender. It still pulls its own weight. They've also got the 380 here, the R9 380. Why? Because it's still profitable, right? Same with the R9 Fury. The RX 470, of course, is a mining edition card, can be flashed to a 500 series if you really want to. It works just as well if you get a really good custom VBIOS, and you can get some really wicked numbers out of that 470 as is. So, Captain Awesome, that's awesome. Crypto investor on Telegram and part-time underwear model. Yeah, I've seen that channel too, buddy. You're not fooling anybody. So, all right. So why do they have these older cards here? Same with the 750 Ti. I don't know that it still merits a place on this list with such a low Ethereum hash rate and then barely usable on Kryptonite. But there it is. It's really still very efficient. Where am I going with that? The R9 and the HD 7900 series GPUs, there are people who still have them 5 years later mining profitably. There are no ASICs from 5 years ago mining profitably, period. None, not one. No ASICs from 3 years ago mining particularly profitably, if at all. So guys, just be cautious. Yeah, you can diversify your hardware, and that's fine. But if it's not going to be even remotely useful in 3 years, then you're not really diversifying your hardware. You're attempting to get something that will get you ahead today. So unless you can get a killer purchase from whoever the ASIC manufacturer is, I would definitely urge caution there. All right, so RMZIS is talking about EVGA and MSI having really great warranties. Hey, I agree. That's part of the reason, guys, that I wanted to do that group sale on the P104, but the MSI brand specific MSI brand, pretty awesome. Oh, all right. I've got me a frozen. Got some frozen. There we go. Jeez, Streamlabs making me nervous. Keeps on freezing up here. Yankee does. He's got his USB ASIC. He's waving it in the air like, look, when you look just right, it looks like it's bending. You know, you wiggle it like the pencil as a kid. Anyone? Okay, just me. I wiggle little USB ASICs in the air and I'm like, look, it's floppy. Sad ASIC. But yeah, USB ASIC. I feel bad for people that have like a ton of those USB hubs where they're like, well, crap, what do I do with this now? So yeah, EVGA, great warranty. MSI, great warranty. All right. Justin has just one of those USB hubs. That's okay. It's all right. We don't judge. So guys, again, that's the reason that you hear me talking so much about GPU crypto mining. Well, that's the other secret, Captain Awesome. There is no ASIC. There's just a hardware monopoly in China. So these older GPUs, though, 280X, I've still got a half dozen of them over in the warehouse because they're awesome. HD 7900 series, they're over in the office. They're awesome. Yeah, they absolutely work. Oh yeah, don't make a RAID array with USB drives. No, don't do that. It's like making a RAID array out of SD cards. It's like that tattoo you got when you turned 21 on your 21st birthday. Trust me, you'll get partway through that process and you'll be like, that was a mistake. So Yeah. Stick to the raids of the volumes you're used to. Don't go chasing USB falls. All right. Metaverse looks like it's high on the stacked rankings. Maybe it's worth it. We'll take a look at that project in a minute. I've got the project page open, and let's take a look at their white paper just to try to get a sense for a little more what they're about, at least. They've got a fairly high network hash rate, certainly in line with Dubai Coin, right? It's about 30% higher than Dubai Coin, more than 30% higher than Dubai Coin, so they've got a lot more going on there. We've got Elaism, Achroma. They're moving along. Music Coin. A Music Coin has been fairly profitable in the past. It appears the price change is pretty high on a couple of these. Dubai Coin, a little more volatile, right? It popped up like fast, whereas Metaverse, only like less than 5% that it went up in the last day. A lot of the others, interesting. A lot more price action, a lot more movement on those. Pearl up 20%. What's going on with Pearl? Pearl has been really profitable in the past, and it's just been kind of like just fell off a cliff. So, Dave, you're asking, would you recommend holding and continuing to mine on a 1070 or sell now because 1170s are coming? Oh, dear. Hold on a second. Hold up. Sound effects. I brought the sound effects back, guys. I love having my soundboard. So, with the 1070, absolutely recommend holding on to your 1070. A card hashing today for 2 months, which we don't know when those cards are going to ship. We don't know when they're going to be announced. We don't know what the price is going to be. We don't know what the performance is going to be. We literally don't even know what the name is going to be. So a 1070 hashing today for 60 days straight is more powerful for you, an income generation tool, a crypto income generation tool, than trading your hardware for fiat right now, holding the fiat for a month, putting that fiat down for a card if it is announced only a month from now, like everyone claims they think it's going to be, and then waiting to take delivery of that card 2 to 3 to 4 weeks later. Think about it. 60 days without your moneymaker. Which one do you think is better? Personally, I think I know what would be best for me, but you're going to have to make that decision for yourself. So that's my take on it, guys. That's my take for the entire air quotes 1100 series. So Justin's saying, you know that they'll sell out right away. That may or may not be true. Whatever this new generation of NVIDIA cards is, whenever it's announced and whatever the performance figures are, they are very likely to sell out. Yankee is making a killing, by the way. I've been talking to Yankee on Discord. Yankee is killing it right now because of the weak hands selling off their 1070s. Don't be that guy. I mean, don't let Yankee have all the fun. He's having a lot of fun. Don't let him have all the fun. You have some fun too, guys, all right? Just keep on hashing. Just my take on it. Yeah, newbie too. We've had a couple people who they've just been slaying right now, guys, because of the FOMO selling. Don't be a FOMO seller for your equipment if you can handle it, because it's still profitable at all, right? If it's at all profitable, keep it hashing. So, hey, Dave, you're welcome. And I hope that didn't seem like heavy-handed or whatever, but I really think that you, like, in my opinion, what I would do is just keep mining. Not liquidate hardware into fiat right now and then hold on to that fiat to then wait to take delivery of the next generation of hardware. Quantify Crypto, how are you? Thanks for the shout out. Appreciate that. And yeah, Bob Dole has a great response there. Yeah. Hey, thanks, Captain Awesome. Wait, were you the one that was telling me that your wife actually plays my videos in the background while she's like knitting or whatever? Please don't tell her that I said she knits. She'll be like, okay, that jerk. Anyway, appreciate you tuning in. Appreciate you making that comment. I think he was totally joking before about like me lulling his wife to sleep or something, whatever. They did play the video in the background, like, just let Seth talk. Just let the playlist run. Just let him talk to me. All right, Seth, whisk me away to dreamland. Okay, crypto dreamland. So Yankee's got a great point there, guys. It is about the long haul. Mining is not something you do to air quotes ROI in 90 days. There was a point at which during the bull run, you could. It was amazing, right? Before prices shot up, hardware prices shot up, you could get new hardware and you could flip a profit in under 4 months. That's unreal. That's unreal. The only way you can do that, like in air quotes, in the real world, is to add services, right? You can go buy a shovel from the hardware store, and you can pay that sucker down by going to dig a trench, right? But you have to add work, right? You have to be the person that operates that thing and makes it happen. But like hot tech, no. Buying a gaming rig and being like, all right, I'm going to be a pro gamer now. That doesn't happen in 4 months. Buying an Xbox, like if you don't already have some kind of a contract to play for a company or something, no. Buying a camera like from day one and saying like, well, from like sight unseen, I've never operated a camera. I'm going to go become a filmmaker today. I'm going to go sell a movie. And buying a camera and lights and microphones and cabling and a studio and setting everything up. Yeah, Brandon, you're not wrong. That might be the word of the day. Feel free to put that in parentheses and bold in the comment section. But guys, yeah, with crypto, to be able to break even in under 4 months, as some of us were doing during the bull run, some people were doing or on track to do during the bull run, is just like, whoa, that is mind blowing. People just don't do that when it comes to running data centers or anything else. Bludget also brings up a really good point. So almost all business plans, you got to look at ROI or your internal rate of return as a path to get you to breaking even over a long time, over a long period of time. So all you got to ask yourself today is this still profitable? Am I still happy doing this? Because I'm not like paying for the privilege of doing it. It's still paying me, if that makes sense. And with that profit that you're getting over the cost of electricity or OpEx, as you've heard me talk about, is there still enough to pay down my CapEx or my capital expenses? Am I still earning enough that like in the aggregate, my total expenses, everything, that I'm not, in over my head, right? That I'm not underwater. So, guys, I don't want to like dump on millennials. It's too easy. It's too easy to dump on millennials and the idea of millennial culture, because they're still very much about creating and art and whatever else with the new world of tech and of outreach and this idea of influencers. I mean, hey, we're all hanging out right now watching a guy talking to a microphone. So that's crazy. But hey, Brandon Ford, I want make that. You can make that comment now below Roderick if you really want to. Cheaper to keep her. All right. Again, please don't tell my wife. So, guys, we see the profitability on Ethereum. Hey, David, I think that is a really good choice. Personally, I think that's a really good choice. Guys, in honor of David, let's put the 1070 here in the profitability matrix and make sure that there we go. Don't have anything else in the way. And I'm going to do the same over here on whattomine.com. So go with a single 1070 and see what goes to the top of the list here. So appreciate you being really vulnerable with the community right now, Dave. Let's workshop around what Dave has going on right now, guys. Okay, so you go ahead and throw some useful info into the comments there, some helpful info into the comments. I'm gonna pop this open over here because he asked us to intervene. Let's intervene. Let's do it all the way, guys, not halfway. So looks like, because you're on an NVIDIA card and the X16R performance is pretty strong there, it looks like, and maybe this is because of just a very recent fluctuation. Yeah, Paul. Yeah, right. Tax deductions, guys. That's the other thing. Keep a hold of your receipts and make sure that you're running it like a business, right? So Ethereum is just below Ravencoin right now, and Metaverse is still above Ravencoin for your 1070. But Ravencoin is not a terrible project. Let's go over to Crypto Zone. And here with those same numbers, looks like you still got Safecoin. It's pretty high on that list. And you've got GoByte above that. You know what I don't have? Yeah, no, I've got the full spread of algorithms there. So it looks like you've got GoByte and Safecoin top of the list. And Vivo, Innova, they've I want to say Innova's got the I said it the other day on the stream, but Innova, first off, I gotta show you guys because you guys didn't believe me. Innova Discs. Yup, Innova Disc Golf. It is the top disc golf company. So you can get all the different size discs for playing disc golf. Fun fact, I lived next to the oldest disc golf course in the United States for a couple of years. And I could have gone pro too. All right. So yeah, Roderick. Well, yeah, welcome back to the real world, jackass. Yeah, that's like my wife. She always quotes Saturday Night Live. Right, like if it was my birthday the other day, she grabbed a piece of cake and she's like, "Happy birthday to the ground." So yeah, reality check. The wife will remind you for sure. So guys, Innova disc golf. That's what I always think of when I see the Innova project. And I'm like, why, guys, why? Is this a token for buying? Is it the native currency for buying Innova discs for playing disc golf? I don't know. So, guys, workshopping with David with that one GTX 1070 that he was going to get rid of and he's going to hang on to now. Momo Cash. Cannot recommend Momo Cash in good faith. I don't know it. That's a strange coin to me. But there are others where there are some good options, right? Safecoin is not terrible. We had Jeff on the show not too long ago. I think that they're probably, I don't want to say a safe bet. Womp womp. But I will say that they've actually got a founding project leadership team that cares and is working on community engagement. And their white paper, I didn't really see much of substance there. However, they did have some direction. They had a roadmap that indicated they were working on some stuff. Maybe look at Safecoin, take a closer look for yourself, do your own research there. And then, man, on the top of the profitability lists, the Ethereum or the Dagger Hashimoto coins are just not that high. Dubai coin is what we saw before, and then Metaverse, right? So yeah, I'm with you, Yankee. Some of these are just like, that's the one thing I don't like about crypto zone, that you find stuff that's a little more speculative, and that's interesting if you want to mine a portfolio or if you want to like mine the long shots, right? Mine your penny, your penny coins or whatever, to use the stupid investing analogy like penny stocks, but because none of it's like a perfect corollary, right? It doesn't really translate perfectly. But if you want to mine something that's a bit more diverse, then it's really a great site for that. That's cool and all, but it always makes me nervous. It just does. It just makes me nervous looking at some of these and thinking, a little sketch there. So Zencash is still high on the list, guys. And as you know, the Zencash supernodes and the Zencash nodes, or master nodes, that's a direction that Zencash is going. So if you know that you have enough, or you've been able to earn enough collateral from mining, that might be something to look at as well. Again, because you're on an NVIDIA card, you've got Equihash that's still okay. Still not terrible, right? On there. Yeah, T-Boy, right? It is kind of a minefield when you're on NVIDIA. You got me. Triggered. All right. So a bunch of other coins that we can possibly work with. But I would say, especially right now, where I would stick personally, it's like when you go to the store, right? In a former life, I was a fitness professional. I know it doesn't show. Them guns, I'm way low. I'm not as swole as I like to be. They're still okay. Sun's out, guns out. They still exist. But I'm a shell of a man compared to how I used to do. Where I was going with that. Once upon a time, working in the fitness industry, we used to tell people when you're going shopping, because the big battle when you're working out, trying to get into shape, is food. It's not workout, really, because anybody can work out, and a lot of people do and still don't lose weight. The battle is in the kitchen. So how do you keep from having that battle? You are very careful about what you stock, right? So when you go to the store, you stick to the outside edge of the store. And the outside edge of the store, you got all the fresh produce, right? Fruits, veggies. You got whole grains on, oh, Bludget, you're too kind. Seriously, I went to the gym today and was like, old man, I can't do it. It was, yeah. Happy birthday to the ground. All right, so, but you go to the outside edge of the store, right? And you get all the stuff that's like fresh produce, whole grains, breads, and some, but gluten intolerance, whatever. Okay, you do whatever you have to do there. But like, you pick up all the stuff from the outside edge. You got fresh dairy there, or yogurt, whatever else. It's really, I mean, think about it. Every store you've ever been to is kind of the healthiest stuff is on the outside edge. Here, when we're mining, where people get in trouble is when they try to get too fancy. They go to the middle, like, oh, what's in here? You got your Twinkies, you got candy, you got, I know it's for the kids, right? It's for treats to reward them for doing good stuff, right? No, it's not. Your willpower will break down. You'll be like, oh no, this is good. This is good for me. I want to have some of this. You start rewarding yourself. Same thing with some of these alts. They look amazing. Same with masternodes. Let's pull up masternodes.pro really fast, guys. Masternodes.pro. We're going to see the exact same thing here, where it's like going into a shopping, like a shopping center. And when you get lured into the middle of it, candy, cookies, crackers. Don't read into that. That's racist. All kinds of other stuff, right? That you know is bad for you. And we do that over here, where we're like, oh, but it's gonna make me feel good to get a really high ROI. I'm gonna pop that over to here. Annual ROI, we'll sort for that. What the crap? It would be adult chain, wouldn't it, on my show? But when you see ROI that's too good to be true, right? ROI is too good to be true. It's kind of like being in the middle of that store where it's like, oh, this is going to make me feel good. I see good ROI. It's going to make me feel good. Actually, masternodes.pro might not be the best one. Let's go to masternodes online. Because I've seen some ROI that's just ridiculous on this site. And why did I think that there was a night mode on this? Oh, dark theme? Because there is. All right. There we go. Guys, you're welcome. Yeah, we only do GPU drugs on this channel. You got it. And only the ones that are on the outside of the store, the outside of the dispensary. Never go to the middle of the dispensary. That's what I'm saying. Bad. I'm just kidding. I've never been to a dispensary. It might be totally the opposite. Maybe all the good stuff is in the middle. I don't know. But right here, ROI, let's sort for top ROI. 31,000%? No, I wasn't. The camera wasn't frozen there. I was actually just trying to process that. 31,000% ROI. How's that even possible, guys? It cannot be possible. But this is the kind of stuff that when we just, like, you go to the inside of the store, it's like, oh, I'm going to sort for ROI. Ooh, that looks interesting. What's the change? 0%. Why? Because it's not listed on exchanges yet, right? So Yankee, do your own research. Be thorough. Be thorough. Yeah, investigate that project, but be thorough. Spend a few hours. Involve your wife if you have to. All right. But yeah, nodes also. Huge opportunity over here. Required collateral, masternode, the actual worth. I'm sorry, but at $3,000, 28,000% ROI. No, I just don't believe it. It's possible that it does have a value right now, but it seems too good to be true. It's just not right. Just not right. Something's way off. Like Roderick, you were talking about 9,000 ROI. This is over 9,000. Over 9,000 ROI. Radius, it's still at over 5,000 ROI. What I will say is that it's worth checking to see if any of these projects maintain a high ROI over a course of time. This has been on my radar for a while, Radius, and they've been in the 1,000% ROI for weeks. I'm kind of with Yankee. I still kind of don't trust that. And pardon me, they're still basil pesto. Tastes better the second time. So crass tonight, so crude. This is what happens when crypto Twitter poisons you. Yeah, and Roderick, I'm with you. This is why I brought up before on Crypto Zone. We've got here Zencash, and they've just debuted some of their masternode and supernode products. So being able to mine your collateral to get into a masternode, strong position, right? It helps us even further strengthen our position, but it also creates something of a sunk cost for the hardware that we've done. Beauty part is you can continue to mine that coin or flip it over into the masternodes / supernode and then move on, right? Now you can point those cards that were pointed at Zencash to something else, right? There's some cool strategy we could do there. But I'm with you. This is why I like mining so much, why it makes so much sense to me, is that in terms of a business, you've got real assets that provide real value, right? We're trust brokers on these networks. They provide real value to a third party. So there's a real business plan there. And you could pitch that to any group of investors. You could pitch that to a bank, a lender, if you needed to. I mean, guys, disclosure. On behalf of consulting clients, I have pitched traditional lenders. And they've been approved. They've been approved for money because mining is awesome. It resembles a real business, but you have to run it like one. So Sergeant is saying, for masternodes, sort by trading volume, then find ones with decent return. Let's take a look. What do you guys say? Take a look at some masternodes again. So going to go, it bothers me that their icon is so similar too. Can never tell who came first. We're just going to look at both. But by trading volume. Oh, and that's just it. 28,000% of nothing. Zero. You ever watch that guy? What is it? Infinite Elgin Intensity on YouTube? Zero. All right. Here we go. And yeah, guys, Dash. Steady Eddie. 6.6%. But it's got like all the volume, right? There it is. Zencash, secure node, and super node. Tons of volume. So if you got that collateral, there you go. For a secure node, $110. It's the approximate worth, or 42 ZEN. Pretty cool. Hey, they even have it right there. Zen 42, Zen 500. But so collateral cost, not ultra high, still possible. Lots of nodes going up, though, over 13,000. That's really good news for their network, though, because sadly, full nodes need to be incentivized now. Guys, Bitcoin nodes, I wonder if there are 13,000, like almost 14,000 Bitcoin nodes. I don't know. Do you know? Guys, is it listed? Somebody give me a link. Give me a link to where you might be able to find full Bitcoin nodes somewhere. So incentivizing full nodes this way, I think, is brilliant because we need them, right? We need full copies of the blockchain in various places. So there it is, $910 to get into a Zencash secure node, but 42 coins. And let's take a look at over here, back to CryptoZone. I'm gonna pop this open in its own page, or go to that page there. And Zencash over here on what to mine, pop up in their page right there. So, oh gosh. And make sure I've got the right numbers here, because that's not quite right. Say this is 120. And pool fee is never 0%. Calculate. Okay. Oh my gosh. What? It says never. That's the one thing I don't really like about what to mine. Occasionally it is, not quite right. And Brandon Ford always put in Tree Fitty, but only put it into Canary ever. Alrighty, so it looks like with that single card, bad news, David. That single card, it's going to take you about 4 years to get your first secure node on Zencash with just one GTX 1070. I know, womp womp. Yeah, Roderick, I'm with you. Network support it is good, again, as miners, to your point. That's why we have to look at what we can mine profitably. The only reason I bring up Zencash and secure nodes and super nodes is because you have the strong possibility of flipping mining rewards into the collateral necessary to get a node. Run that on a VPS. You're not going to run that locally on your mining rig, of course. You're not going to run that on the machine where you have your cards. That's not part of the strategy. So spin up a VPS on a system like Vultr. Actually, while I bring that up, guys, throw that into the comment section right now. So bit.ly/get_Vultr, and that right there that I want to say, I think that gives you a credit. It definitely gives me a credit, guys. It's an affiliate link. If you're not sure where to set up a virtual private server for masternodes or for spinning up a new coin like I did live with Rocksteady's Turtle, or Turtle's Rocksteady, founder of Turtle, then Vultr is a great place to start. Really inexpensive virtual private servers there. So that helps support the channel. But that's where you would run a secure node or a super node. And it's really simple. A couple button presses and you've got a virtual machine running Linux. You got a virtual server running Linux right there. Then you follow their documentation and you do it. What do you guys say? On the Sunday show, should we set up a Zencash, either secure node or super node with my brother Aaron? Would you guys like to see that? Would that be interesting to you? Because he's got his new block farm company that's setting up master nodes of other kinds. So for people that maybe just want to buy coins, it's not really for miners. Did I misspell it? No, I don't think I misspelled it. No, I totally did misspell it. I totally did. Thanks, Sir John. Appreciate that. So that ought to do it. Okay, so that's done right there. This ought to bring you right there. Go to the site. Should show you. There it is. Vultr. Okay, so yeah. That is an affiliate link, guys. Disclosure. Yeah. Okay, so you think he says he'd be interested in seeing that. So let me reach out to my brother. He's still in town. Maybe we'll be able to pre-record the Sunday show while he's still in town. And maybe we can set up a Zencash secure node and then drop that into place. Because the super nodes, it's funny. You see right here, the ROI is actually lower. Isn't that crazy? That's funny. Yeah, Roderick. Hey, with Vultr, they do have an affiliate program. Let me check to see what other affiliate programs there are for VPS. Because I do want to spread the love. Linode, I've heard really good things about. DigitalOcean is another one, and I've got a couple of brothers, like I mentioned before, who are full stack developers, and they use Linode and DigitalOcean frequently. So yeah, guys, that's just it. So my brother is spinning up Block Farm, as you saw before. I want to say it is www.blockfarm.net, and they are setting up. Surprise, surprise! So they're setting that up very, very soon. And in the meantime, if we can set up a node and show the mining community, because clearly for our community, guys, we're tech savvy. We know how to do this. It's not rocket science to us. We've set up mining software before. We've set up mining OSs before. We've had to secure our own networks. This is not impossible for us. So let's go ahead and pick my brother's brain while he's still in town, and show him some love, because he's bootstrapping this new venture, blockfarm.net, where they're going to be doing this for. They're going to do custodial services, right, for people who aren't comfortable doing it. So this would be cool. So, all right. So, I haven't looked at Motion either, guys. We have a couple of projects that people are talking about. And I think maybe instead of droning on about some of this stuff, let's talk a little bit about. All right. Hey, that's us. That's so meta. All right. Bye, crypto Twitter. I'm apparently the only thing that's happening. Should we talk about coins? Yes. Drake Seth says yes. No? Yes. I say yes. Shut up, former self. All right, so I hope that was helpful workshopping really quickly with David on that 1070. Guys, I'm still bullish on the P104. Yeah, still very bullish on the P104. Joe is saying that he runs his Zen Secure node on OVH, which is cool. So, Roderick, I'm with you. One-click masternodes are what Granny needs, and there are custodial services and there are companies. And so, John, you're right. Actually, I need to help him get on that. I removed the Particle.js from mineyour.biz because it was extra legit. It was Particle.js floating in an iframe. Oh yeah, so you could scroll through my Particle.js. That was awesome. But let's look at a couple of projects people have mentioned already. Motion, I've been wanting to get to. Metaverse, let's take a look really briefly at their white paper. Let's just check to see, like, it's clearly at the top of the stacked rankings for anybody mining the Dagger Hashimoto algorithm. And I don't know that we have any other projects that we really need to get to, but certainly Metaverse. And let's take a brief look at Motion. I intended to bring them onto the channel. I don't know that we're going to be able to do that yet. Also, guys, next week, I've got a project that's a little lesser known coming onto the channel. Don't want to give it away, but that'll be on the 16th, and I'm really excited for that. I've taken a little more than a week off in interviewing projects, so getting back into lining up project interviews, it actually takes a lot more than you'd think, lining up the project interviews. So if you've got recommendations, by all means, reach out to me on Discord and give me the intro. But right now, let's jump back over to the Metaverse site. And what I really want to do with the Metaverse site is check out their white paper and their roadmap. So they've got 2 white papers here, Digital Identity and the Metaverse white paper. ETP markets, cleared. They're listed in a lot of places. There they are on HitBTC. Coinbean. Sorry, it's Coinbene. Bitfinex, CoinSuper, QBTC, RightBTC, BitZ. But let's be real. We're looking at them on HitBTC. Right. Of course, right. Arsteen, if you're 60, it doesn't make you a grandpa unless you have grandkids, right? Just saying. I've got a sister who's not even 50. She's about to have a grandkid. She feels old. And then I've got a sister that's over 60. Has no kids at all. So, age. It's just a number, right? Okay, so Kareem is asking again about another project in the comments. Let's take a quick look. So, Yankee, I appreciate you asking. So what happened to the road trip? Couple of things happened to the road trip. Some of them I can talk about, others I cannot, but I'll sum it up this way. Christy got called off for business, and I stayed behind in Ohio briefly, and I was just on the phone with Jared from Digital Gold today. We really want to go by and see his facility, and we really want to see a couple of others as well. Yankee, actually, yours is behind the list as well. I like the photos that I've seen so far. So we want to be able to do that. There are a couple of other pressing business deadlines to hit for Minority on Christie's schedule, and for myself with Mineyour.biz, and the announcement of being able to do a group buy of P104s right now. I think, guys, again, I'm not even going to hold back here. I really think that P104 is the right card. It's the right time for that card. And so between Mineyour.biz, I've also gotten in the Discord you guys have seen, Christy has agreed to have them hosted at Minority if you need to do purchases of less than the minimum order quantity. So instead of having them shipped to you, they can be hosted by Minority. So if you're doing like just a purchase of 1, 2, 3, 5, then those can be hosted by Minority. So logistically, we don't have to ship. We don't have to do hundreds of orders shipped everywhere. And we don't have to deal with the problem that we saw with this recent order of Acorns and then of the Xilinx BCU 1525 boards. Those are logistically, they're very hard to track, and it's hard to figure out what the right shipping costs are. So, guys, I'm bullish on the P104s. They're phenomenal devices. They're going to be phenomenal devices for alternate compute bounties based on the early projections as well, right? So, Render Token, Golem, SONM, as they add more third-party applications to their platform, and others, right? So Leonardo Render is on my radar as well. MJ from Leonardo Render and I have been talking for over a week. I think he's going to be on the show, and then some others. So, yeah, guys, I'm bullish on the P104. I think the power consumption versus the performance, it's a better bang for the buck than the P102. Better bang for the buck than the 1080 Ti, and more efficient to boot. So, I think P104 is a really great way to go right now, with something that can ship. Again, it breaks my heart. It absolutely breaks my heart because I was working on this for months. Guys. What you didn't see from my first interview with Christy was that, first off, we chatted for hours, and we talked about dual GPU cards at length. And that was, 2 months ago, 2.5 months, almost 3 months ago now. And when we met up in person in Ohio, I brought one of these and we were all like, yeah, sweet dual GPU cards. And she was like, let me cut a hole in it and we'll turn it into a pickaxe. And I was like, no, it's mine. You can't do it. It hashes too much. It's too precious. And yeah. Anyway. So Yankee, to answer your question, I think we're getting a little bit of a delay between the comments and what I have over here on Streamlabs. There's not a minimum purchase order on the P104s if you're having them hosted. If you are having them shipped, there is. That's where there's a minimum order number. Surfin, you're asking, is P104 equal to the 1070? It's based on the 1070, but no, it is not equal. It is not equal. And yeah, newbie, it really was that long ago. So, Hunter, if you have a lead on the mining 470s, those are great. On the AMD side, they're a great card. They really are. So I think, yeah, that's a good way to go if you have access to those. Oh no, Sir John is saying that Coinbase BTC trading is down. That's a bummer, guys. Growing pains. Let's jump into these white papers really fast on Metaverse, and then we jump back into the request that I got before. I don't want to keep you guys here for a full 2 hours. I've been accused of having these live streams go too long, but I try to keep them substantial. As you know, this is a community service, so hitting that like button, super appreciated. Sharing these videos, super appreciated. Being subscribed, clicking the bell icon so you know when we're live, super appreciated. Anonymous donations and crypto, ultra appreciated. If you want to be baller status and show off your donations, then yes. Also, that's cool too. You can do a super chat, or you can do the bit.ly tip Seth address there, and then you can tip in either crypto or in fiat, and you can have your comments displayed on the screen. Kind of cool, right? So Yankee, you're asking, what is the minimum to ship? I will announce that on Discord, but I have a number. I finally have a number for the minimum to ship, and I think for your purposes and for the purposes of mid-scale miners, you're going to be impressed. You're going to be impressed, absolutely. So yeah. And Joe, sorry, I see you asking also. So we're gonna get that in over at Discord. So hey, Roderick, what you're saying about fire sale? Here's the thing about crypto technology, and specifically with GPUs. There's really no such thing as a fire sale. The fire sale is when all the weak hands started letting go of their cards, which is why we did an intervention earlier on. You saw it with David, and we said, don't be weak hand. Hang on to your equipment, because any GPU that you can keep in production is a GPU that remains profitable, provided it hashes high enough and is efficient enough. You know how to be sort of that GPU whisperer and keep it going, right? So definitely appreciate the call out, right? With some things it's suspect. With other things it's like, nope, just get money, right? Get money. And as a business owner operator, you can flip it another way, right? So we are in the middle of Q3, and so if you want to get really good Q3 deals, then now's the time to get really good Q3 deals. So you can write that off if you're setting aside, like prepping your taxes quarterly, right? Like, again, not official financial advice or investing advice or business advice. Talk to your CPA, talk to the counsel that you've retained for your business. But there are so many ways to structure your strategy when it comes to acquiring hardware in order to mine. And in my opinion, as long as you don't get like ultra gouged on GPUs, in my opinion, they're always a good buy. Just my take on it, guys. But I think there's a very rosy future for GPUs. Not so much with ASICs. They just don't do anything after you're done with crypto, right? You got that right, brother. New age dealers of hash, pills, coming soon with injections for your favorite hardware. All right, so Metaverse right here, digital identity white paper. This is apparently their very first draft. There have been no revisions since they first launched. Right here, identity issue, blockchain's missing link. I really need the abstract. There we go. Foundational infrastructure for social and enterprise needs. Oh my gosh, guys, the jargon. The buzzwords. Our goal is to construct a universe where digital assets, Metaverse Smart Token or MST, and digital identities, Avatar, build a basis for asset transactions with the help of value intermediary, Oracle, thus establishing a new blockchain ecosystem that will transform human society and allow us to enter the new reality. New reality. Seriously, I'm waiting for some kind of like 70s era, like hippy dippy music soundtrack to jump in now. It is the dawning of an age of new reality. Thanks, Metaverse. I was waiting for you to give me permission for this new reality. Unlike other blockchain projects that use technology as an entry point, Metaverse started from an enterprise value creation perspective, with the relationships between people and assets as as the core foundation of our project. Hey, there he is. Yankee's got baller status. $2 at a time. Remember that? I want my $2. I'm gonna come after you on my bike, Yankee. I want my $2. Guys, kudos if you can. Bonus points if you can name it. I bet Yankee can. What movie that's from? So we describe this relationship through the use of BISC, built-in smart contract, which can reduce the technical risks of commercial applications during development and usage. Through BISC, Metaverse provides functionalities in digital assets, digital identities, oracles, and MST exchanges. Through the use of MST, users reap the advantages of blockchain technology, such as the power to generate and distribute their own cryptocurrency. The digital identity avatar reflects the relationship between people and assets, and this avatar can be linked to MST. Through the use of avatars, anyone can become value intermediary oracles. And hey, thank you. I appreciate you doing that super chat, Yankee. I think I need to say it just one more time. The words you typed in for good measure. Baller status. You like that? Next time I'll walk away from an explosion in slow motion. MST can resolve fundamental liquidity issues in asset trading, thus solving a critical problem in any financial system. Now, actually, this is a pretty strong concept in terms of there being avatars and there being a sort of trust system in place. We talk about crypto as being trustless, but the problem is that when it's trustless and also completely anonymous, when there's nothing tying identity to anything meaningful, that's kind of hard. So I think I see where they're going with this. So interesting. They've piqued my interest. Oh, hey, T-Boy Elite, quick call out there. Try to log into your Squirrels Research account, and it takes you to Minority. They have a unified storefront now. Squirrels Research has completely adopted the Minority platform as their e-commerce solution. I have it on good authority that you're going to see that from several other companies. I'm not going to name names, mind your biz, but there are other companies that will probably be selling on the Minority platform, possibly exclusively. So stay tuned for big things. Okay, so blockchain as a service. Very interesting. I don't want to go through the full white paper. I think we don't have much time or quite enough time for that. Metaverse, the brand new reality, version 3. Okay, they've done a bit of work here that merits some attention. Supernova drives low entropy to higher entropy via gravity. Yes. Cool statement of fact. What does it mean? Why do we care? I mean, I get it. It's supposed to be cool. That's what the graphic is supposed to mean. Oh. Yeah, Arstine, I'm with you. A lot of the stuff that comes across as platitudes, doesn't it? I mean, most of it. That's what's kind of hard for this. Yankee, paying crypto for the P104s, you don't have to do. There will be a fiat option. So, yeah. Oh, newbie just tripled your baller status. Haha, brought back the air horns. You thought he wouldn't do it, but your boy did. Okay, here's their abstract. Metaverse is a blockchain project that provides a foundational infrastructure for social and enterprise needs. Again, so Arstine, to your comment, a lot of it uses jargon, and a lot of these different projects use jargon, so it's hard to tell who's actually bringing up any concepts that are valuable and who's just spouting off stuff, right? Words. A lot of word soup in these white papers to make it seem impressive to the money guys, right? To the institutional money, right? The Goldman Sachs and the JP Morgan Chases of the world. So they throw this word soup into the white paper, kind of thinking like, oh yeah, they're really going to be impressed with this. Wait and see. So it's kind of tough for us to decode some of it. I appreciate you saying that, and I don't want to be critical of Metaverse in particular, but you're spot on, friend. It's hard to decode what a lot of these white papers actually mean. So, yeah, our goal is to construct a universe where digital assets and digital identities, build the basis for asset transactions with the help of a value intermediary, an oracle. Thus, establishing a new blockchain ecosystem that will transform human society, allows to enter the new... Why did they copy? This is copy pasta. Why have two white papers that have the same abstract? Metaverse. Come on. Unlike other blockchain projects that use technology as an entry point, Metaverse started from it. Now it is exact copy pasta. Oh my gosh. Okay, guys, now we have to do a comparison side by side. Why would you do this to us, guys? Why? Alrighty. Yeah, thank you, Sir John. That's a good clarification. I am very critical of the white paper construction right now because it reads like it's on construction paper and written in crayon. Sheesh. Same 4 paragraphs, guys. Same 4 paragraphs form the basis of both abstracts. That doesn't help me. There's no substantive difference. I said I've always got calculators floating around. I've got like 4 calculators open right now on Windows. Sorry about that. So yeah, Metaverse, I'm disappointed. You could go so far as to say I am disappointed. Why do you have 2 different white papers that have the exact same abstract unless they come to the same conclusion? I'm not going to read 27 pages of the same thing. And if you label them something different, but then you put them on the website as though... and as you label them as though there's something different on the website, I'm going to open each of them and wonder, what's the Metaverse white paper? How is it different from the digital identity white paper? Why should I read more than 50 pages of copy pasta? Especially when it's filled with buzzwords and jargon. You can probably do better. You have a lot of fans of your work, so prove to me that it's worth my attention. Write a better white paper. Whew, yeah. Okay, so we got the markets there. Let's look at the team. That's important to evaluate. You've seen me do it before, like with Loki Project. We've got Eric Gu. Eric Gu and his GUI center. He's got a soft heart, a GUI center. So bad. Yeah, somebody protect me from myself. He's gonna sue me for slander. He said I had a GUI center. I didn't mean it literally. No, I'm pretty sure you did. Well, I mean, you are kind of like pink and squishy inside, right? GUI center. That works. Okay, because we're all pink and squishy on the inside. All right. But Stephen Howe or Chen Howe, where does it actually lead? Oh, Twitter. Eric is a real person on Twitter, or has a managed account on Twitter. Go away, white paper. I'm just sad. Chen Hao, Lao, who does not have a link to anything. Sven. Everybody knows Sven. Sven. Everybody. Sven. Sean. Yang. Bert Wu. Aaron Tsai. Okay. Chief Capitalist. Metaverse Foundation. What is a chief capitalist? Okay. Let's find out because he's on LinkedIn. Or is he? That makes me unhappy. Indeed. It genuinely makes me sad in my heart. Okay, let's try to search for him. Aaron, there he is. Okay. You know, I'm pretty sure that's the same guy. No, it's not. Yes, it is. Okay, same guy, same profile picture. Mass Capital FinTech White Paper 2.0 published MASX. Cryptocurrencies pre-sale started. Why does it not mention Metaverse? Sven is a reindeer. He's one of the canonical reindeer right after Bobby. Look him up. So I do this to my kids. I've got a child with autism, by the way. Little sidebar here, guys. I've got a child with autism, and so I actually have to teach him humor. It's amazing. Wouldn't trade it for the world, by the way. So my kids they absolutely make my life, all of it, worth it. And but this one, I'm always like, I'm throwing out stuff like extra dry, and I'll be like, am I being serious? Is Dad being serious, or is that a joke? And he's got a, You're making a joke, Dad. So, yeah. That's fun. Roderick, I can't disagree with you, man. I just can't disagree. I can't disagree at all. And the more projects I interview, the more I'm coming to see that I have to change my approach in the project interviews. And as much as it angered some of the community to have me release the transcript that I had with Sebastian Green, it changed a lot of minds. It changed a lot of hearts and minds, and I think that it did some good. And to your point, a lot of the projects, they are beggars with no real function. And certainly no real functional project or product yet. Like, it doesn't do what they say it's supposed to do yet. And with some of them, it's like, yeah, and we're fast paddling to try to go upstream and make anything happen. But I mean, guys, let me break this down. Real talk. In the tech sector, right? Tech startups. In 2015, 2016, if you didn't have a tech startup, then you didn't have a pulse. Period. Like if you wanted to be involved in anything meaningful in 2015, 2016, you had a tech startup. And raising money is like, it's like being a politician. It's like 60% of the schedule is raising money. So, yeah. Hey, Roderick, I'm with you, because people who are on the autism spectrum, when a joke's a joke, it's funny. But if people are untrustworthy, they're like, I don't trust you anymore. It's like, it's pretty cut and dried. You can just be yourself. You can let things happen. That sounds really bad. I'm not going to use that R word. But you can just kind of be yourself. People who are on the autism spectrum. And when you're around folks with Asperger's, you don't need to worry about what they're thinking. They're going to tell you. It's good stuff. Good times. But yeah, it's really hard to take a lot of projects seriously. Metaverse doesn't seem horrible. Here they've got an ambassador program. Mohammed is clearly their African ambassador. Penny in Hong Kong. I don't think that Penny is his real name, his given name. Somebody might want to send him a DM and be like, hey, so maybe choose a different American moniker, because that's not what you think it is. Jack out in South Korea. And Manlin Dai. Let's just have them change nicknames. Manlin, please give Penny your name, and maybe you can borrow his nickname. It'll actually help you get more social traction, I promise. That one's a freebie. Next time, I'm sending you a bill. Okay, a lot of the partners here, I don't know. Ion is a partner. That's interesting. Plot thickens. So Ion, as you remember, I had Matt Spoke on the show not long ago, and his presence on the show actually pumped participation in their coin. They had an increase in hash rate. All of the other... Oh, hey, Bemused Caffeine. Thank you. Totally possible. I don't want to say either way whether I think that is true. I'm not going to make any judgments here. For some reason, I was under the impression that based on eye width and hairstyle, this may have been a dude. So either way, I don't judge. I just talk on YouTube. So Draper Dragon, BFC Balfang or Bafang. Oh, hey, so Bafang Company? Now I'm super curious. Bafang Company. Well, whatever they do, it's worth 6,000 of something. Shall we translate? Let us translate. It's the Storm Wind Cloud. Storm Wind Cloud, digital fart machine. Stormy wind makes a cloud. Okay, I'm just kidding. That's pretty cool. Oh, man. Ion, Grello, or Agrello. Cloud Chain, GE Chain, Maverick Chain, Acute Angle Cloud, We Are Chain, and Lexit. They are legit going to exit the market with a valuation of 40 billion Zimbabwean dollars. Legally binding smart contracts powered by AI. Interesting. These are interesting partners for them to have. They have technology partners, which actually sells pretty good. Bodes well. Guys, I don't want to say things that are negative about Metaverse. I want to try to take this all in. I think there's a little bit more to the story than just them trying to pull a fast one. That's a little annoying, though, that link is broken. Oh, that bulge, though. That's worrisome. It's a worrisome bulge. Yeah, Roderick, you're right. Partners can be bought, and they can be incentivized in other ways. They don't even necessarily need to be bought. They can be bought cheap, right? So promises of future percentages, whatever. There could be any number of things, right, that have been arranged. And it doesn't mean that they've invested, but it may mean that they are investing IP. It may mean that they're sharing IP. It may mean that they're committing infrastructure. There are so many meaningful ways to create partnership that it's hard to tell at first. So I just want to check to see if these people actually exist. So we're gonna do the Lupe coin test. Is there proof of friendship? At least, are these real people and are they real friends to the project? We'll start there. Okay. This is interesting. Very interesting. And an essential component to what Metaverse has outlined as their problem. Smartest contract is getting your head thumped when they defraud us. Yeah. You know what, though, guys? We're all a little salty. It's been one of those weeks. Yeah. And, yeah. And Arstein, indeed. Indeed. Buzz, like never there was. It's all over the place here, right? Let's look at Legsit, the company that is legit sure to exit with all our holdings. Well, they're raising for what? LXT tokens, powered by blockchain technology. I need to put that as like the text crawl on the bottom of my screen when I live stream, right? Powered by blockchain technology. What's powered by blockchain technology? My enthusiasm and all of our desire to mine. Hey, R, that's a really good question. Can you talk to a real person? Do we do it live? On the air? Do we dare? Go to Telegram. We go to Discord. I say we go to Discord. Oh dear. TMI. Well, it looks like they have some things happening here. And yay, actually, things are happening on Discord too. Like, it was like crypto Twitter. It was like, oh man. Hey, Yankee, thanks. He says, lunch is on me. Hey, Pizza, you know that if you're ever stateside, we're having pizza. Like, it's just going to happen. And we're going to take a picture where I'll blur your face out and I'll replace your face with pizza. Or we'll show pizza going into your mouth hole, but it'll be like, what's his corn on Twitter that has like the ones and zeros? Like, pizza like disappearing into a binary vacuum. So, hey, pizza's on Yankee. Yankee, thank you for the love. Thank you for the lunch. So right here, guys, I'm not even timed out. They just let me just start talking. Howdy. I am live streaming your response time. Okay. Oh, yeah. Instead of the coin, the real investment is investing in the right team with the fundamental market readiness. So, hey, Roderick, that's where I agree with you 110%. Team is everything. Team is everything. And that's why I like looking at these potential partnerships and asking myself, do they exist? Do they have real weight in the real world? Do they push real weight in the real world? Do they hit above their weight? What do they do, right? Like, are they real people? And does the team have an ability to execute? That's so important. And again, you got to speak to what you know. What I'm getting at is going to a lot of pitch meetings and going to a lot of tech startup meetings, right? And with those startup meetings, you have a bit of an issue with unknowns trying to launch really lofty ideas. And it's like, where's your track record? What's your core competency? Where'd you come from? Like, what else can you tell us about your team? Oh, you know what? Metaverse Daphne is there. They've got it. They've got an admin. Let me pull us back onto the screen right now. All right. So I've tagged both the manager and the moderator. Let's see how long they take to get back. Yeah, Roderick, to your point also, this is great. Yeah, understanding like how people can think that it's even possible that they will be able to create something that has 7, 8, 9, 10 figures in value more without obtaining legal counsel, without understanding like what the who the potential competitors are in the space, without knowing who's already doing a project that does the same stuff, without looking to see where there's possible tech that they could already be building on. Like, there's no real SWOT analysis in so many projects. And I mean, ask me how I know. You've been here along for the ride, haven't you all? So like, no real SWOT analysis and no real evaluation of like who's best suited to execute this thing. Bludget says no avatar, already sketchy for me. Yeah, you're right. They could be sock puppet accounts for one person who's actually some worst case scenario. It's always a naked fat man living in his mom's basement. Why is that the worst thing? Why is that the worst thing that we can think of? I'm gonna launch a cool coin network. Watch this. I raised like 40,000 ETH. It's so bad. But I don't want to seem like I'm talking down naked fat men living in their mom's basements. I mean, if it weren't for naked fat men living in their mom's basements, where would technology be today? Certainly not consumed. There wouldn't be consumed. Oh, jeez. Okay. Sorry, guys. That sounds really elitist and very rude. Decidedly anti-Seth. I'm sorry. That was a low blow. But it is, yeah. It could be possible, right? That these two are sock puppet accounts. We just don't know. They appear to be online, but inactive, but they are not responsive. Bummer. Development. This has got to be a regional thing, guys. It's just got to be that the Twitter is simply not frequently used this side of the world, because I'm looking at the time that approximately the time that most of the stuff just didn't. Hey, pizza, I see you there. Sorry, that was totally random. I didn't look at it before, but I'm looking at the approximate time that most of the stuff or messages stopped at about 12:30 p.m. my time in most of the forums, right? 12 noon there, mining. Oh, actually, no, there were some people over here. Hey folks, I'm wondering how long you've been mining ATP profitably. Just do my awesome face. Keep on using my awesome face. Yeah, no, I get it, Kareem. Not everybody has to have an avatar everywhere, but it does help. I mean, for my part, you're gonna see my face on every bit of media that I actually want to countenance. There are a couple of places where I don't use sock puppet accounts, but where I do try to stay not front facing, because I just kind of want to be able to like trade in peace, for example, and not have people like, oh, hey, there's Seth's account, I'm gonna go hack it. Like, let's try to get all those whatever wallet balances and try to wreak havoc. But outside of that, almost anywhere you go, on Twitter, on Discord, on Telegram, here on YouTube, you're pretty much just going to see my face. I'm just going to be who I am. Just way easier, even than being like, hey, it's me. Well, mind your biz. There's that too. It's kind of the part of the brand. Part of the name. All right. Not much going on. Dang. That is crazy. Yeah, Roger, I'm with you. We can't have centralization of power and then call it a decentralized system, and that is the problem with heavy USD bag havers being in control. Is that we have the same problem that we had with any other business. Now, I mean, it is kind of an inevitable iteration of business development, right? Is that people who have, it sounds really jaded to say it, but the sort of pessimistic view of the golden rule, he who has the gold makes the rules. We see a lot of people who come in with really heavy bags and say, I want to make a coin. It's like, oh, cool. You've got $5 million. You can definitely launch a coin. Or you can definitely hire a dev team and a promotional team and a CEO, and you can put them on salary, and you're going to get through 18 months easy without breaking a sweat. But you could probably also do a token sale, and you could probably get quite a bit of your investment matched, and then not have to dip into your own money, but then set that aside and into some kind of a trust or whatever, and that way you can show that the operation is liquid, right, or has money in the bank. And now you got options, right? Money does help. It really helps with business development. It really helps with technology development, starting from a place of financial stability, which is why you don't see me really condemning projects that have investors. You don't see me condemning projects that raised a fund before they got started, because devs that work for free starve and die and don't finish projects. Period. Community-driven projects move slowly. Good, fast, cheap. Pick two. So, yeah, it helps to have money. Yeah, and Bludgeon, I'm with you. If there's too much marketing and not enough substance, could be a scam. So let's do ourselves a favor. Let's go to GitHub. I think we've stayed here long enough. I don't think we're going to determine much more. It looks like, if I'm reading this correctly, probably a lot of the team not based in the US. I'm trying to make sure that I understand exactly where. Shanghai for Eric Gu. So clearly in China, probably where a lot of the rest of the team is in Shanghai, because it's the other thing about technology development. It's really hard to develop technology internationally when you've got a team in Australia, and then a team in New York, and then the other part of the team in Miami, and then another part of the team that's in Shanghai, and then another part of the team in Southeast Asia somewhere, and then another part of the team in South Asia, right? So India, and then another part of the team, heavens knows where, right? So trying to coordinate what you're doing for regular meetings to figure out what the progress has been like and figure out how to pivot in terms of technology development. It's made very hard when the team isn't together. And then the executive team too. There are companies that do it successfully, but it tends to kind of all gravitate towards the CEO. Where's the CEO? The team's probably going to go to where the CEO is. It's just easier. Or if there's critical mass somewhere else and the CEO can handle moving to where the team is, the CEO moves to where the team is. All right. So guys, right here, the pinned repository is right there for Metaverse. Let's take a look to see where the most active development is. The Explorer, clearly. Metaverse, not terrible. The wallet, getting development. But let's jump into the Metaverse main repository, and let's see what there we go. Let's just look at that. 25 days ago, 2 months ago, 7 months ago. All right. Okay, README hasn't been updated substantially in that time, but it's primarily a roadmap, and that's a little bit worrisome because they've roadmapped and they haven't been able to pivot from their roadmap during development. I don't like that. That bothers me. But within the last month, they've been able to do some other changes there. All right, guys, here's the thing. Active development or fast development also isn't necessarily the best test of whether a coin is worth mining. Yeah, so yeah, 12 contributors. Let's take a look to see who's actually contributing. Looks like none of these people were there. Alrighty, and looks like a couple people doing really heavy lifting. Beta Chen doing a lot early on in the project, and then earlier part of this year. Looks like a lot of it has been handed off. If you just look at the dates, a lot of it was handed off to this guy, Joan Shaw. who's also, yep, Shanghai. There you go. They are based in Shanghai. Almost everybody. Okay, no geographic data there. Widios, China. Luzhou, Shanghai. Express Coder, Shanghai. Chengji, China. Chengji, Ventfang. Isan Zhao. Okay, looks like anybody who's willing to put their geographical data here is in Shanghai, close to the CEO. Good to know. That's where they're based, is in Shanghai, completely. Joe and Shaw right here. Looks like the commit history is fairly up to speed in the last couple of months. Looks like maybe just the last few weeks here in August, we have gotten kind of a slump. Possible development is just a little bit slow, but it showed there was a commit within the last 25 days. That's probably what Joe and Shaw was working on. Might be interesting to see exactly what it's all about. So, yeah. So, yeah, guys, I think I'm probably going to call that as much as I can handle from the Metaverse team. It's interesting. It's interesting they're working with ANON. I know there's an intent with a lot of the partners they have listed there to create different parts of functionality that are important in a traditional system where there are various interlocking parts like smart contracts and the need for some kind of consulting or consultative approach from various other third parties, as opposed to having everything in-house. Ion presented as a company that was trying to get everything under one roof. So I'm frankly, I'm a little bit confused, just a tiny bit confused by this, but I know that Ion was talking about also expanding in Shanghai. I don't know if there's going to be some kind of announcement coming up between these two. Might be interesting to find out. I don't know. I don't want to speak out of turn here. But Metaverse has shown high profitability for mining for a while, so it'd be interesting just to see how this holds up over the next week, guys. Keep your eyes peeled. So if you are mining, especially with an E3 like Crypto Bird Dog is, take a look at Metaverse. Probably worth doing a little bit deeper dive here, having them on the show and having them do a proper team stand-up. And when I say stand-up, I'm talking to like Scrum or Agile software development, where they allow me to step in as a sort of like a community accountability Scrum Master and just say like, gonna ask you 3 questions only and you have to answer. I don't know. We'll see. What do you guys think? That might be part of a show coming up. I've already said too much. Everyone keeps talking about Veritasium for the win. Veritasium, what do they actually do? And pardon my ignorance. What does Veritasium actually do? Cool. These guys? Yes, these guys? So I'm just going to take for granted that that's who you're referring to when you bring up Veritasium.
Sometimes the simplest questions.
Yeah, I don't think that they actually do crypto. I'm just going to go out on a limb here, say they probably don't do crypto. Maybe it's a different one. So guys, I'm interested in potentially having this project on among others. Let me know in Discord what projects you think I should bring on. I think I'm going to be changing my approach just the tiniest bit. I don't want to make developers feel uncomfortable coming on the show. I want them to know they have an open mic here. We can talk, right? We can talk about what their roadmaps are, but I think we need to be talking quite a bit about the transformative action they've taken already, right? So I'm very interested in seeing what the verifiable action and substantive action is that these teams have taken to create new value. I'm a little bit concerned by what I see by way of team here with Metaverse. However, they've been profitable for a while, and apparently, let's see, volume in the last day over 33 BTC. So it's moving. So if you felt like you absolutely had to dump it, you could. There's that. Or if you felt like you wanted to dump a portion of it, so you're mining profitably and you're trading into an alt that you're more comfortable with, then perhaps go that direction. Guys, I had one last request from an audience member, and here we are almost 2 hours in. I apologize. Really long live stream here, but let's go over one last thing. So, and this was Halo. Halo platform. So this is interesting. Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay. Wallet, masternodes, mining, gaming, website. Installed dApps. That's interesting. But why does cryptocurrency need a platform? Why is that important? Why do we need like a new launcher? Does it create, is there a really good like indexing functionality? Does it crawl cryptocurrency projects? Is there a really good cryptocurrencies project search or dApp search platform that makes this more usable, that has an API so we can do like the Google of crypto that's built into this? I'm a little bit confused, but I'm going to take a closer look really fast and we call it good. So Faded, by all means, recommend projects that are GPU mineable. I think that's kind of the imperative right now, is that we want projects that help us maintain high bounties with our GPUs moving forward. Because ASICs, as we know, they are, by definition, they are planned obsolescence. They will go bad in a matter of months, not years. They definitely don't have years. None of them has years ahead of them. They've got months. And if you can count it in like maybe 18 to 20 months, cool story. But 2 years? Rare. They rarely live to 2 years of age. So GPUs, we've now seen, they commonly live to 5 years. Well, Yankee, I think you heard right. Not only that, I have it on good authority that the founder of that project is super cool and groovy. Okay, so Roderick, I'll take a look at that project after we live stream today. Gonna have to give you a rain check. I want to do this tomorrow, okay? Because Veritasium, it sounds interesting. You brought it up a couple times. Let me take a quick look at the white paper tomorrow. But I don't want to like overload this live stream with way too much. But let's take a quick look at their top level statement. Oh my gosh, their high level statement here. Everything scrolls the wrong way. That like totally broke. Halo platform is the next generation in cryptocurrency management. Users can access the most diverse set of cryptocurrency tools on the web, fully customizable to suit your needs. For the first time, crypto traders and users can manage their crypto activities all in one space, making Halo platform the ultimate all-in-one management system that the crypto community has been waiting for. Have we been waiting for this? Have you guys been waiting for this? Tell me in the comments. Have you been waiting for something like this to aggregate all of your, air quotes, crypto activities into one place? And yes, Faded, that day is coming very soon. The crypto flippening will happen with Canary in the lead. Mark my words. And for the first person who says over Satoshi's dead body, well, I've got news for you. Satoshi doesn't have a body. Real Control. Let's view their features really fast, and we'll take a look at the roadmap. Let's see what actually is shipping today. Community, Masternode, Featherlight, wallet integrations, Token Hub, Exchange, Merchant Tools, Marketplace, Financial Tracking Dashboard, Secure Backups, Portfolio, Business Tools, Pro Tools, Debit Card. What? Debit Card? Sell me a debit card. That's why I got into crypto. Ever wished you could use cryptocurrency to check out at the grocery store or pump your gas? Well, I know Grandma wants that. She wants me to pump her gas. Dang it! That sounded wrong. That sounded really wrong. And my grandmother just rolled over in her grave. The Halo debit card makes retail crypto payments a breeze. I'll tell you what, though. Products like this, financial products like this that simplify crypto. Yes, correct, Yankee. Crypto, Canary dominance confirmed. Smart cards for smart investors. Oh, we all feel so smart now. Let's put smart on the front of everything. Smart contracts for smart people to give smart crypto to smart commentators. Are you smart? Be smart. Halo platform is working to integrate a debit card that can... Oh, they're working to do this. This is a roadmap item, guys. It's not a feature. Gosh darn it. Gosh darn it. Yeah, Roderick, women do have a way of certifying value. They really do. An innate sixth sense. They can sniff value from a mile away. Sorry, Crypto Bird Dog. That was not meant to be in any way misogynist or sexist. I think it's just a reality. Women have got... They've got the it factor, my friends. They've got the it factor. Put it that way. Pro Tools. What Pro Tools? Easily export and save data, images, charts, etc. I've got screen capture for that. Good grief. Upload and download your cloud distributed files. I don't know what that means. I really don't know what that means. Do they mean like standard file import of, say, financial data? Because I don't actually want that. I want that only to be used on the networks that I approved that can prove to me that they have security. Like, for example, financial tracking software. I don't want you to know my spending. What exactly do you mean by your cloud distributed files? Do you mean cloud storage? Why would I need you to have credentials to log into my Google Drive or Dropbox? Why would I even want that? Guys, I feel like I see everything in the kitchen sink thrown into this in the hopes, and roadmapped no less, not actually delivered today, in the hopes that it's going to have a feature for someone, but they've given a feature to everyone in the hopes they can have it, like, have enough people say like, well, I need that and that and that. That's good enough. Not feeling this though. It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't speak to me. That was totally, yeah. What do they mean by community? Create your own groups and join exclusive ones. Access crypto friends and data streams from Halo platform. Integrate Halo widgets into your groups. Start your private group. There's so much with UX here that's a problem. Nobody's made the Facebook of crypto yet. These guys are talking about doing the Facebook of crypto as one feature line item to all this other stuff. Oh, can I stop reading this now, guys? Can I stop reading this? Because I seriously, it's sucking my will to live. I can't keep doing this. I'm about to go full PewDiePie. Help me. It makes me want to die. It makes crypto pewds. No, I can't do that. That was too much. That was too big a bite off of PewDiePie style there. But man, guys, I don't want to do any more of this. I really don't. But out of morbid curiosity, I'll look at this one. Integrate multiple tokens. Take part in consensus voting. All things to all people, guys. They're not going to do it for all 2,000 coins that you know of right now. Yeah. Thank you, Faded. Yeah, I want to just stop. Oh, geez. Too much. Yeah, guys. So my official take on Halo. Let's just pull up the roadmap to be sure. The coin is 86% done. The core platform? The core platform could have been completed in one click. They could have already found a project that was forked with all of that intact, all of it. So yeah, Featherlight 2.0. It's a new UX. I think what they probably mean is it's a new UI. And DApp support. I'm not quite halfway done. Decentralized or centralized exchange. Again, probably something they could have bought off the shelf from somebody else. Decentralized exchange, also entirely possible. They have forked that from an open repo. Portfolio. So yeah, to have that stuff be really far along, let's just be honest, guys. Let's just call it what it is. They're standing on the shoulders of giants already. They probably don't have to do a whole lot of coding themselves. As you guys saw me do with Rocksteady, I'm not even a programmer. I'm just some dude on YouTube. I made my own coin. They could do this. They could do this by forking some repos. Portfolio and marketplace. Clearly, yeah, they're not even halfway done either. Do I have questions? Not anymore. I think I'm good. Thanks, Halo. Bye-bye. Okay. So, guys, that's what I got for you today. Do I approve of Halo? Oh, I'm going to have some fun with this. Yeah, do I approve of Halo? Oh, do I approve of Metaverse? Fitty. I don't know. I'd like to talk to the team. I'd like to talk about the team a little more. Do I think that there's stuff that's profitable mine? Oh, yeah. You going to jail. Yes, there's stuff that's profitable to mine. Absolutely. Don't turn your rigs off. That's my take on it. Is it official advice? No, but I think you know how to figure out your own profitability. You can check to see if there's profit available now. So I would not turn my rigs off. I'm not turning my rigs off. Test rigs in here are just being moved somewhere else. So guys, yeah, stay hashing, stay decentralized. Appreciate your support. Appreciate those donations. Thanks again to one Mr. Yankee for buying lunch. So, guys, appreciate you being subscribed. Appreciate you sharing out the links. Oh, Butthead, thank you. Thank you. I like these too. We're going to get a lot of mileage out of these, I think. All right, guys, you know who loves your face. It is this guy. It's a rando on the internet. One last time, I love your face. See you in the next one.